thought we'd just give you a bit of an insight into the crypto economics of the token sale that we've got. Crypto economics is a new sort of science in some ways, specifically relating to cryptocurrency tokens. And it's almost as if we're a government, and that's probably the best way of saying it. For example, we are creating our own cryptocurrency to incentivize people to help us search for pirated content and to help us actually act as a distribution structure for film and video. In the cryptocurrency markets, the markets need to understand what are the supply and demand metrics that are going on. Demand, we can't influence. We can only manage in terms of getting relationships with the film studios, which we're building already, which is positive. The relationships with YouTubers, the relationship with piracy agencies, a whole variety, which is going on in the background. So the only element we can control is that of supply. So what we are doing is that we are releasing all the Ventana coins on day one. And we'll be releasing 300 million of those coins. Now, what we are doing is 100 million of those coins will be held in escrow, which we can't touch. But they will be released against a given structure. And 100 million of those will link into an incentivization pool for the nodes, the people that are creating the infrastructure, people within the creator community and technical people, to actually help us chase for pirated and stolen content. And those nodes will be rewarded with Ventana, our cryptocurrency, when they actually find pirated content. And the reason why we've been thinking about that we have to do this is that we know in the early stages, especially testing and the early stages when the platform's being developed, that because electricity costs around the world are different, and because we need to instigate smart searching on the platform that we're looking at, sometimes it makes sense for potentially some elements of geographic location to search far more effectively if they're located fairly close to that particular environment. Now, we're not always going to do that because that gives the opportunity for gaming, but those are the core elements that we're looking at. But those that are helping us will be using their surplus computing power plus electricity plus bandwidth to help us search for content. And they need to be rewarded for that, and they need to be able to make money from that. The second side is that we're allocating tokens to motivate advisors, to motivate contractors, to motivate the founders and developers, for example, and looking at security pools in a whole variety of areas. So there's a lump that's being taken out there. And then what we're doing is, any unsold tokens out of the residual balance, we'll be selling them all up to a fixed cap of 20 million US dollars. Now, what that means is that any unsold tokens we will actually hold in escrow, held with a third-party escrow agent, that will actually be a development fund, an enterprise fund, that basically will enable us to look at acquiring other technology or other companies that have technology that we can build into the platform that will help us achieve the goal of hunting for pirated content far more effectively. And so that model, we've modeled it out, we've mapped it out, and we're putting together, which we'll be releasing in the website, an overview of the cryptoeconomic model. But it's very important because we've looked at identifying a controlled supply of cryptocurrency tokens. Then we've even detailed it in an Excel spreadsheet which shows how we project those supplies to be seen.